approaching game day now, a couple days out. In terms of health and availability of players, obviously depth chart came out with game notes, but is everybody ready to go, or is there anybody that's going to miss this week?
Everybody's pretty healthy. We have what we need to go out there and be able to compete, so I feel pretty good about it. Got a couple bumps and bruises, but nothing. We got what we need there.
I know a couple weeks ago Delvin was kind of week to week. Is he going to be available
We'll
tomorrow?
see. It's game time kind of situation for him, but he's done a good job working his way back.
Fall camp's over, practice week 1 of the books. Just your overall thoughts going in?
As good as we can be up to this point. You don't ever know what you got till you go out there and play. But really happy with the guys, how they've worked. I think they're focused, they're locked in, they're in good spirits. Hay's in the barn. Now we just got to go out there and execute. I tell them all the time that if you just don't go out there and beat yourself, you got a good chance to win any game you play, especially early in the season. So that'll be key for us. It's just making sure, penalties, turnovers, all those kind of things, that we don't have those things, and then we'll give ourselves a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter.
Coach, are you excited to finally get back out in front of a packed crowd?
Yeah, really excited. Can't wait for that atmosphere. I know our fans will turn out. Our guys are really excited. I think the community's really excited. So, yeah, it'll be a big deal for us Thursday night.
And how do you, since it's like the first game with fans in the crowd for over a year, I think, how do you calm your players' nerves if they have any?
I think they're good. We got an older group. I think that they've been in a lot of different arenas, so I think they'll be fine. There'll be some pregame jitters, but I think once they get out there and they get to see the crowd and the atmosphere, that'll actually be a big plus for them.
UT Mark brought transfers in. I know a new quarterback, Tulane, Southern Miss, good running back, good receivers, good defense. Just overall, just your scouting report kind of
really good football team. Really good football team. I think it's a 4-quarter game. I think it takes everything we got to go out there and win the game. I think they're just as good as us, and probably in some areas they're actually more talented. But football is about lining up, playing, executing, and that's what we need to go do. But really impressed with their football team and the new pieces they added. I think the quarterback, very familiar with him when he was at Southern Miss and Tulane. I think he's a good quality football player, and I think they know that, and I think that's why we need to play really good on defense. I like their receivers. Their receivers are good players, big playmakers. Running backs are really good. They got a good front seven on defense. So it's going to take everything for us to go win the game. But if we execute, don't turn the ball over, play clean football, we'll give ourselves a chance in the fourth quarter to go win.
I know you just said it's going to take everything, but if there's a biggest key come Thursday night to try to get a win, what would you say it is?
I think, turnovers are key. I think especially early in the season, if you can limit the turnovers and play good field position, I think the big plays and the explosive plays will all come, just naturally. But I think back to the early game, Nebraska, Illinois, kind of that was back and forth, but a couple penalties, a couple missed plays, and so that's just early football in the season, and so we need to limit those kind of things. If we could limit the turnovers, limit the penalties, that'll give us a good chance.
You mentioned, UT Martin's a new quarterback. He has over 500 or close to 500 rushing yards in his career. How important is to keep him in the pocket and keep him contained throughout the game?
Very important. It's tough when you're playing a guy that can create, with his legs. First of all, I think he's an excellent passer. He's very accurate with the football. He's very smart. He seems to be a good field general out on the field when I watch him. Kind of the X factor there, though, is like you say, is he can make plays with his legs. So we got to contain him. We got to filter him up inside and be able to corral him and get him down when he does break to try to run.
You've been at this point a time or two in your career getting ready for a season opener. How does this year feel different, and what most excites you, about getting this one going?
Well, I think just being back to the normal college atmosphere again. I cannot wait for Thursday night with our stands and our crowd, and just it feels like you're an American again. Like it's what America's all about. So it'll be an exciting day for us for sure. But I think we got a good football team. They believe in each other. They love each other. They'll play hard for each other. And as long as we go out there and try our best, everything will work out just fine.
Bailey's going to be the guy you throw out there at quarterback, but if you need someone else, do you have a QB2 at this point?
Not yet. We'll see. We'll see. I like all our guys, but it'll be kind of a role, game time decision there. But we're going to try to play Bailey as long as we play. Let's say that. So.
UT Martin's offense was, was kind of just average of last year, and your defense was really good to great last year. How do you get your defense to be, I guess, to keep a level head and not overlook them and just to play, do one game at a time?
Well, every year's a new year. The guys that made our defense really solid last year, some of those pieces are gone, and new guys have to step up. So it's a show me world. It's a what have you done for me lately world. So our guys understand there's something to prove there defensively. We believe defense wins championships, and our guys really play hard to do that. And I think at the end of the day, some of the new guys there, they know that there's kind of been a little bit of a legacy built that we have here with our defense, and they want to continue that on. But we're about to play a really good offensive football team. Again, we've talked about the pieces, some of the new guys there that they have, and the skill players that they have. And so at the end of the day, we just want more points than they got at the end of the game.